Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here. I'm not quite sure if this is going to be the main event of the World's Greatest Royal Rumble show, but I am going to upload this last and put it last on the full show preview. The actual Royal Rumble itself, 50 competitors going into the Rumble match. It's the most people they've ever had. In 2011, they expanded it 1 year. In order to get all the people that were on the roster at the time. Alberto Del Rio went out there and won it. I remember in 2011, I wasn't really hooked on the idea. And actually, if you watch it, not everybody that was on the roster even got to be in that match. I think that only one of the Usos were able to come out there in that match. So even at 40, not everybody's going to get a shot. But I really wasn't all on board because of the fact that it had been 30 for so many years, and 30 always seemed like it was going to work. But in the last few years, with 205 Live, the UK roster, NXT guys, Monday Night Raw guys, SmackDown, returning legends, I always find myself wanting to have those 10 more people in the Rumble. And even though those 10 people in the Rumble might not have a shot to actually go out there and win it, that entrance and the anticipation to see who's next makes it where I really want to have, those 10 more people inside of the match. I think that it really would be something fun. So this 50-man, Royal Rumble, as of right now, I think 20 names have been added. This was sort of highlighted by Chris Jericho, Daniel Bryan, The Big Show, Kurt Angle. So you're going to see a lot of in the last day we have Rey Mysterio named. Why Rey Mysterio was able to go wrestle on this show, but he wasn't allowed to be a part of WrestleMania 34 because of his bicep injury. We all saw with Nicholas going out there and tagging with Braun Strowman that they really didn't need a whole lot from Rey Mysterio. Possibly the entrance. Maybe he didn't even have to hit the 619. Maybe if he just did some dive off of the top rope, he wouldn't have had to use that bicep at all. I think just seeing the entrance, seeing him jump, seeing him run down to the ring and wave to everybody would be enough. And then they possibly could have just took the titles off him another way on the Monday Night Raw after. So we all know it's a foregone conclusion that Rey is going to be going back to WWE sooner than later. They want to have him. He wants to be there. There's the whole story of Rey Mysterio joining up with that small company that's going to be in Nashville. That might be something, but I think that Rey is just going to be on the board. He's just going to sort of be an investor in the company. I guess you can say somebody who works for him. But I don't think that he's going to be an actual wrestler that is in those shows. He'll just be helping out his buddy Conan. Maybe at this point in the game, WWE doesn't think of them as any kind of threat to them. I guess you can say that he would be able to do both. Rey would be coming back as sort of a part-time guy anyways, that just sort of sporadically shows up here and there to give the show a boost. He's not going to be a full-time character, so he'd be able to sort of carry on both things, a lot like how Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy. I don't think they were really doing Omega shows at the time, but Matt was making those DVDs of the Hardy show and selling them while he was under contract at WWE back in the day. And didn't really seem to mind. A lot of guys have outside ventures now when it comes to them, maybe selling t-shirts or having stores, making YouTube videos, and WWE is open to the fact that maybe you can be able to do both, and as long as they're out there sort of pushing their brand, it makes WWE look better in the long run. So this is a hard match to pick. I mean, I can honestly tell you that Daniel Bryan getting the win in the World's Greatest Royal Rumble show would be awesome. I already got to see that he'd wrestled AJ Styles for the WWE Championship on SmackDown. I know that he's part of the main roster again. I didn't know how fast they would really start using him in matches. And for them to give us that match on the SmackDown after WrestleMania is a really, really big deal to me. There's some people out there who feel like it's a slap in the face because this Royal Rumble is not going to get you to main event anything. There is no prize for the winner as of right now, and they're not going to get the main event on the next Royal Rumble. And Bryan is somebody who's never been able to win a Rumble, and people wanted him to win the Rumble that Batista won. People wanted him to win the Rumble that I guess Roman Reigns won at WrestleMania 31 to go to WrestleMania 31. So, people really want to see Bryan win a Rumble. I think that Bryan winning a Rumble at this point of the game, we're basically with extra credit with Bryan right now. Anything that he does from this point of his career on is just icing on the cake, because we already got the retirement speech. We already got ready for him to go into the Hall of Fame pretty much. And now that he's finally cleared, I think anything that anybody complains about, I don't know what you were fighting for the last few years in order to get him there. Kurt Angle returning to the roster and actually wrestling another match, I think is something that's great for him. When he came back to WWE, I didn't think that he would ever be able to wrestle a match, and there were the rumors that they were getting him ready for a WrestleMania match and trying to keep him for that, but then he ended up wrestling at TLC as well as Survivor Series. And that was really cool to be able to see him come out there. I know that this year when he did his entrance and he actually had the attire on, and we actually got the "You suck, you suck." I think that was a really cool moment, and you can even see how much he's always missed that entrance, and how much you can see that he really loves that the WWE universe really reaches out and loves that guy back. Big Show, I think they'll give him a moment, but I don't think he's going to do it. I think I saw that actually Mark Henry was going to come back and wrestle in this. I know that he said that he's officially done with wrestling, but he's not, done. He'll be doing these shows as well as helping out WWE with this, that, and the other. Whenever they really need him to do special things, like the Make-A-Wish and going out in the community and things like that. That's stuff that he really likes to do. I really don't know what else to think, because it's hard to pick a winner in this, because of the fact that you don't really know. I think that a lot of the guys that are wrestling on this show in matches, whether that's like Seth Rollins, The Miz, Samoa Joe, I think all of those guys, besides for Brock Lesnar, are really going to be wrestling twice on the show. I think that everybody's going to be doing double duty. Maybe Chris Jericho, because of the fact that he's in that casket match, is somebody that doesn't have to wrestle twice. But we'll have to see what goes down with this. It's going to be hard to pick a winner. Maybe with WWE, they'll add some sort of stipulation in the upcoming week that says what the winner actually gets. I mean, the only thing I can really think of that they did, what the hell is going down over there? The only thing I can really think is when they did the Kuwaiti Cup with Ahmed Johnson. I don't remember, other than a trophy, anything that he got for winning that match. So, maybe this is a video that I'm going to have to go back and update, but like I said, in all these videos, the Kuwaiti Cup, or the world's greatest Royal Rumble, is going to be a fun show. It's basically a free show, because everybody who joined in for WrestleMania is going to be getting one more big show. It's sort of knocked against the WWE Network. They have the commercial, two for the price of one for Backlash, because this is going to be the first show where they're going to be going with co-branded pay-per-views. When it comes down to me, they've been giving us 2 shows a month for $9.99, SmackDown and Raw having a pay-per-view, and now we're only going to be getting 1. So to me, it's 1 show for the price of 2. But you can't really bitch about that much, because I still think WWE Network at $9.99 is a steal of a deal.